Well, hello, Ebusiafo Otiljen. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope that everything is going well for you and your loved ones. So today, I hope that you're okay. Akwaba. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and let's get into this video. Today I am sharing with you lessons that I have learned while building a house in Ghana as a woman while building a house in a man-dominate field. Yes, so let's go.
Before we start, let me address this earring situation. I was going to wear the one hanging on the beanie, and I couldn't find it, the other pair. So I decided to wear the other one, the long one, and then I lost the other pair. So this is what I ended up with. But let's go on with this.
Another lesson that I learned while building a house in Ghana is don't compare yourself to others. Go according to your pocket. Cut your coat according to your size. Of course, in Ghana, you can see so many different types of houses being built. Huge homes. If you go to East Legon, if you go to Cantonment, if you go to Trasaco, if that's how you say it, if you go to Osu, if you go to, Makati Hills, you will see big, beautiful homes. The such homes that you see in Beverly Hills or like affluent neighborhoods in the Western society. Some even bigger and better. So don't compare yourself to people. Don't say, I'm just gonna wait till I can build a house like that. A house like that is not for everyone. Maybe they have a huge family. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's what they can afford. Maybe they have the money to splurge like that. Maybe they build theirs in 1 year. I have been building my house for over 5 years. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in competition. I do a little bit that I can when I can. And in most cases, I fly to Ghana and, work on my house. And when I can't, I do what can be done without me being there to really give them my input, or I just let them know exactly what I'm looking for, or I just let them know exactly what I want. And even with that, they can go wrong, and then you end up going there and just redoing everything, or just telling them to just break it apart, tear it apart, and redo it again. So compare yourself not to others. Do not compare yourself to others. Cut your coat according to your size, and don't think that don't say that you're going to wait till you have the money to start building. Do a little bit at a time. The price of cement has gone up more than 3 times, or at least 3 times more than what it was in 2022. Now, things go up in Ghana like nobody's business. There's not much control in the prices and the cost of materials, especially when it's imported to Ghana. But things go up a lot. So do a little bit, that you can when you can. Let's just say you want to build a 3-bedroom house. Okay. You have $2,000. You have 20,000 cedis. You have 30,000, whatever currency that you do spend. Just do a little bit at a time. Start with the foundation. Build the foundation. Leave it once you run out of money, and wait. Nobody's chasing you to finish it at a certain time. Nobody's going to say, oh, wait, you started this and it's been, 6 months and you haven't done anything? Whose business is it but yours? Your business. Do what you can do when you can do it. Just do a little at a time. Do what you can do when you can do it, but just don't sit there and not do anything. Do something. Even if you have $500, 500, whatever currency that you spend, do it. Start something. And I think in most cases it's good to just wait if you live abroad. If you live locally, still do whatever you can do when you can do it. Don't wait to say, I'm going to wait till I get 50,000 cities, or I'm going to wait till I get 10,000 cities, then I can start something. If you have 1,000 cities, that 1,000 cities can probably buy at least 4 bags, or at least 8 bags of cement. So start something, do a little bit at a time. By the time you will get somewhere. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So just do a little bit at a time, and don't compare yourself to people. I've been doing this for about 5+ years, and I'm still working at it. I'm not in a rush to move in there. Whenever I'm home, I enjoy spending time there, and I'm still working. Eventually, I may even rent the place or use it as an Airbnb and start working on another, project. But I didn't start off with a lot of money. I just did a little bit that I can do at a time. Some people started building like a year ago and they're done. Somebody started 2 years ago and they've completed. Somebody started 5 years ago and they're still working on it. Somebody even started 10 years ago and they're still working on it. Somebody started 6 months ago and they're almost done. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Seek knowledge when you can. Get referrals when you can. But do not be in a rush. You're not showing off to anyone but yourself. Do what you can do when you can do it. Do not compare yourself to others. I heard a saying, which I know I'm going to quote it wrong, but I will leave it on the screen. Something is the thief of joy. Comparison. Comparing yourself to others is the thief. The teeth, my English is not my language. Comparing yourself to others will steal your joy, will steal your peace, will steal your, livelihood. So don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. Heck if I know. I will leave it on the screen, but you know what I mean. So that is my advice. Don't compare yourself to others. Cut your coat according to your size. I sound like a broken record, but it's true. Do a little bit at a time. Do a little bit that you can at a time. If you know someone that you can trust, that you can really, 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 really trust, I don't know if that person exists, but I know there are some people that are honest out there. That would be a plus, especially if you live outside. Then that's a big maybe, the emphasis on maybe. Then maybe you can send the money to that person, not a large amount, or have someone buy and have another person supervise. Send the money and then do a little bit at a time. But my best advice is save the money and then go and do what you can do, because you will see for yourself what you like. You will see for yourself the materials that are being used. If you don't like it, you can make the changes right there. But if you send the money to someone to do it and you get there and you don't like it, it's going to piss you off. You're going to be miserable living with something that you don't like, and you are going to tear it down. And I've done that a few times, tearing down what was done when I wasn't there, or it's not done to my liking or to my taste. So just make sure that just make sure that you're there while you're building your house. Even if you have to be there 10 times, fly there 10 times, you might say, oh, but the money that I'm spending on ticket on the airline, let's say you're paying $12,000, maybe let's say you're paying $1,200 for your airfare or your plane ticket. Don't say, well, maybe I can just send that money. I think that's sunny. Let me put the camera here. Yeah. Don't say, well, maybe I can send that money to add to the building cost instead of, flying there on the plane. But I think in the long run, it's better for you to be there. It's better for you to sacrifice that plane ticket than go send the money and then get there and not liking what they did. And then you have to tear it down and redo or rebuild or whatever, repurchase the materials and do it again. Sacrifice that plane ticket, go there yourself and buy the materials, or just go with the artisan to buy the materials, and then sit there and supervise. You ain't got nothing else to do, you just on vacation, or you went there just for that purpose, so just spend some time there, or appoint someone, a supervisor, or appoint a project manager to oversee the work for you. But yeah, do that. But anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but the main point is, don't compare yourself to others, and don't wait till you get a big lump sum of money to start something. Do a little bit at a time, and cut your coat according to your size, and don't compare yourself to others. Cut your coat according to your size, and do a little bit at a time. Don't sit there. If you have a dream for something, go for it. Start a little bit at a time. There are some apps out there. I'm a procrastinator, I know, but lately I have been using this app called Pomodoro or Pomodora, or there's so many apps that can help you, not be procrastinator, can tell you, okay, start something. If the task that you want to do, that you just like finding it difficult to start, do 20 minutes of it at a time. Start the app, use that app, it will time you 25 minutes, and then after 25 minutes it will tell you take 5 minutes break, 15 minutes break, however many minutes break that you set it to do. Once the time reaches, it will tell you to take a break. By the time you have dedicated about 2 hours or an hour or 30 minutes to whatever it is that you're procrastinating on doing. I'm so glad that you stopped by, and that is one of the lessons that I have learned. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you have made it this far but you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Should I climb Mount whatever for you? Should I run like 100 meters for you? I used to be a runner, so I can do that for you. Let me start back here and show you my skills.
Da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun 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 da 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 da.
Should I cross the ocean for you before you subscribe to my channel? I would do that for you, baby. I would do that for you, my sister. I would do that for you, my brother. Anyway, I'm just being silly. Just make sure, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye.
In case you missed it, the lesson that I shared in my last video was about how not to get duped. Then again, you are going to be duped one way or another, whether you like it or not. You are going to be duped. So, however, try not to educate yourself so that, you're not duped too much. You will be duped a little, but at least you're more knowledgeable this way. You're not going to be duped, a lot. But no matter what, somebody is going to dupe you a little bit. So that's the lesson that I share. So continue to watch.
And today, I want to talk about why you should buy your own building materials so you do not get duped. Yes, in your building stages, you can ask for the estimates. Once you get at least 3 estimates, go and try and purchase the building materials for yourself. Go to the stores where they sell the particular materials that you need, and do your own shopping. Go by the list and buy everything that you are requested to buy that is necessary for the building project. Or find, if you can't go by yourself, if you can't go with a mason or whoever is doing the work for you, then let them go and get the materials. But make sure that they get a receipt for you. Make sure that you get receipt for every item that they purchase. The receipt should have the company's name and telephone number. In most cases, should have the telephone name. In most cases, should have the company's name and telephone number, so that you can call and verify the amount. Although sometimes they can make a deal with the seller and write whatever it is they tell them to put on a receipt. So just call anonymously, ask, or go to similar stores, or go to other stores that sells the same materials, and price the items for yourself and see whether you have overpaid, pay the right amount, or even if the price is different, it shouldn't be no more than 20, or it shouldn't be more than 10 or 20 cities, give or take. Yes, so make sure that you do your homework, make sure that you price the materials for yourself, make sure that you get the estimates, and call and verify whether the items are the amount that is on the receipt. Yes, but just know that in most cases you will be duped a little, but just don't be duped so much. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.